Oh my goodness. I think I thought I was going to be on at 8:30. Hi you guys. So sorry. Um Hi. Welcome in. All right, let me get settled here. Did I put 8:30 or 8? I don't know if I'm late. Welcome in, you guys. Hi, Muffin Top, BC, Rumple Long here, Mary. Hi, you guys. GH White. Hello. What's going on? There's a lot going on, right? There's a shitload going on, and I have over 100 pages to go over with you guys. Um, where are you? Yes, I am here. I am so sorry. All right, so let's see. All right, yeah, it's showtime. Let me get myself situated. Give me 1 second here. Hold on. Hold on. I'm coming, guys. All right. Long day. Okay. You guys, this is going to be a good one. Then it changed to 9. I don't remember what I put in there. Oh, 9 meaning 8. Okay. All right. Well, I'm here and we have an incredible, I may have to stop and grab a piece of pizza sometime during my live. We have an incredible live. There's a lot going on out there. It's with SUMMERWELLS missing children. There's a lot of conversation, you guys, about cults, which we've been talking about for 2.5 years. The dogs are barking because dinner just popped in. Finally, and it's very interesting to see who's talking about it and who's taking what stand on the Delphi case. It's very interesting. Very interesting. Hi, Shazam. All right, welcome to WCAA Network, where everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Everything I do here is for the sake of the missing children, for the sake of the victims, I should say. SUMMERWELLS is the leader of the pack. She is the one, the Almighty, that has brought us all this information. And for those that are new, welcome. Please put your thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. I'd like to see how many I could get tonight. And subscribe if you have not. So, wow. YouTube is blowing up with lots of information. And the YouTube creators that are taking the stand for cult is very interesting. My presentation tonight, what I have done is I've taken JonBenet Ramsey, SUMMERWELLS, and many of the people that I have been following. Wait, safe flight. For over 2 years, I have now taken their information. Idaho 4 is all over my presentation today. Yeah. I'm starting with this photo because this photo symbolizes SUMMERWELLS missing children sacrifices. I know that there's talk about the sticks, which is great that people are recognizing it. And those sticks are predetermined sticks. It's as if they pick them out. I'd like to know if they're normal sticks or if they're sticks mixed with bamboo sticks. I asked that question because bamboo sticks is what I see here for summer moon. Like this. So if anyone has read that 130-page document which was put out and then deleted, tonight's presentation is all for the victims. I'm going to put it up there and I will be speaking on top of the presentation. Now, those that are new, when I say something like, I see summer moon here, or I see that there are 3 different people here wrapped up together as one, that doesn't necessarily mean, thanks for all these thumbs up, thank you so much. That doesn't necessarily mean you're going to always see what I'm seeing. I speak over the presentation, right? And I'm going to be showing you information from lots of different creators. And that doesn't mean that it's about the creator. Hi, Nikki. Hi, little Miss B. Some new people. This is great, you guys. So know that when I speak, I don't have it predetermined what I'm always going to say or how I'm going to start. But starting with this photo is perfect. It's perfect for today. These sacrifices wind up just like this, down the river, down the water, and then they are lifted up out of the water, and this is what I call trophies. This is what they go looking for. As you could see, the hearts are here. This is from Tim Mullins. These are the hearts. These are the mesh. And this is the face. This is called a sacrifice. And this is what happened to the Delphi girls. This. And this comes all from everything that I'm showing you today are from creators that I've already mentioned in the past. Now, it doesn't mean that it is about the creator. It means that the creator has information that tells the story. And it helps me repeat the story to you as I see it. I go for detailed information and vary the smallest of the smallest of the smallest. Photos stand out to me because I know what my elements are. I know the story in which has happened to these children, to these teens. So the photos are just a bonus, right? This is the story of Summer Moon. This is the story of Libby and Abby. This is the sacrifice that people are talking about finally. It's a really good day that it's being noticed. This is being noticed. Everything that you see here on this photo are called trophies that I'm going to be showing you throughout my presentation. What I call mesh, the white mesh with hearts, is a very big part of my presentation. This here is, I'm calling it summer moon. All those white things, all those little white meshy things are very critical in understanding what's going on with the sacrifices. These are the hearts. This is the face. This is the L. These are branches. And I'm showing this so you guys could see it yourselves, and then in time, when you see photos like people are looking at, they could distinguish their own elements so they could then spread the word and bring justice to these children. At the end of these sacrifices, there's fire, and they're wrapped just like that. You guys, this is the stick wrapped in the mesh and the hearts. There's animals involved. So this was a really good way to start, because this here comes from Tim Mullen. Much of my stuff comes from Tim Mullen, and it gives me the opportunity to show you guys information that is necessary. The smallest of the smallest of the smallest detail I have. This is what I call the little critter. This little critter is in the BTK murders, serial killer. And this is what's in his drawings. This is from Tim Mullen in the bread making video that he had for summer. And this little critter is the critter I've been following. Now I know it's hard for you guys to see, but it's like the head there looks sort of like a dinosaur, like a, not dinosaur, like a, I'll show you, it's in my presentation, like an animal, like a crocodile sort of. And then that's a 5 on a platter. So this is gonna be, we'll see how this goes tonight and see where it takes us. And I'm sure that it's going to be incredible. So here we go. Welcome to tonight's live. I'm starting out with particular photos that I selected as just carefree photos that I just placed in here, not knowing what I'm going to talk about. This photo here sums up Summer Moon Wells herself and her box. This is Dawn Wells, for those who don't know Dawn Wells, standing here with her stick, and the very most important element that you guys are looking at here that tells me that someone here that put that box there in this photo knows the story of Summer Moon. For those that don't know, this box was used as the Wells icon for their SUMMERWELLS missing. SUMMERWELLS missing, whatever, missing Summer Moon Wells. Whatever that was, they used this as the icon before someone quickly changed it. And knowing that this here is in this photo, it speaks volumes. It speaks volumes. It's real important to recognize the box. The box is something that I bring up. It's maroon. It's either maroon, green, white. For all I know, those are stages, but those are the colors that I know of. Don Wells here has it in his video with this guy who is a he's with News Nation. I don't know, but this video is very telling, and I could feel that this was, when everything was said and done, this was done after the fact. This is done after Don was cleared for Summer Moon. This is a very, 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 very telling photo. I venture to say there are parts of her on the property. Parts of her that can't be found because they're within cement, they're deep down under, you can't sniff them out, you can't find it unless someone brings it to you. The only ones that could bring it to you would be people like Don. They're trophies. The photos as I speak, you're going to see, show information. As I speak over these photos, that is what happens here. The information speaks for itself. And this is Summer Moon Wells' story. What you see, every victim has these L's. You see this? See this tree trunk? These are tree trunks. Wait, let me get this one. These are tree trunks. These are the tree trunks and pieces that they found Abby and Libby's. They're pieces of tree. They have those sticks in them. They look like this. They are pre-carved. It's part of a process that these sticks go through before they make it over to the victim. We're looking right at it somewhere in this photo. I am going to be putting these photos out as often as I can. I have narrowed down to, I think, 4 photos that represent the face that I see within my third eye. The face that shows within my third eye is the face that is part of this. Now, just because I'm showing Tim Mullen doesn't mean it's about Tim Mullen. Who I see within my third eye looks like a mixture of this. The one down on the right comes from the Delphi case. That comes from the Delphi video. If they know it or not, that's in their video. It's in their video. The person that shows their face within their video is very, very close to the person that is the guilty party. When I say that it looks like a combination, notice how this person is wrapped. Look at the three faces coming out. It really fucks with your eyes, to tell you the truth. But you got to stay focused on what you're looking at. So here, it's trying very hard to show us the paper that gets wrapped, which is probably from the tree trunk. This is part of the face, which is wrapped. And you're going to see lots of heads come through here. But don't keep your eye on the ball. Keep your eye on the ball, meaning that whatever you're looking at, the only face, because they do deep fakes, the only face that's really important is the one that looks like this. And as you see, we're going to have a lot of images change about. Because the more I talk about it, and the more energy that is placed in here, and I am placing all my energy within these photos, they're going to change. Hi Bernadette, hi Vanessa. And that's what's happening here. It's telling the story of the victims. Hi Kathy, hi videos. I'm trying to keep up as y'all come in. Notice what's around Tim Mullen's neck. It's the mesh with the hearts. It's what I just showed you is on the trees. Right? Because this is part of the trophies. This is part of the trophies. That is what's on the tree. That is no different than Summer Moon Wells's end of life. They wear them, you guys. It's a cult. And because it's a cult, this stuff is worn as trophies. Let me just do the top little piece with the head. Copy. So what he is showing here, wrapped in paper or wrapped in tree, is this. That's all. That's what he's showing. Thanks for those ones. So it's important to see that I've been showing this mesh for a long time now, and it was worth it because this mesh I'm going to show you is in the Ramsey case. These two faces and these faces, not hers, not the girls, It's the one that's beneath the girls. She's from, so a lot of these channels, like I said, are used for deep fakes, right? It's not, they use these channels, so it's not about the channel. It's about the faces that are placed within their face. This here is a face that matches his, which came out of Ryan Upchurch. But at the end of the day, all of these are representing the same face that I think tells a big story. And it looks like one of the Molly Golightly's. But this, there's a combination here that I see as the person that could give all the answers to Summer Moon Wells' missing children. Summer Moon Wells victims. And it's a mixture of all of these faces. Now there's a few people's faces. This is just one of them that I see as important. The other thing I want to point out to you guys is I think that the photos that they showed of Kylie, and I've said this before, I'm bringing it up right now, were of Sammy, or Sammy was of Kylie, because there's a lot of photos that I have that are, you could intertwine. You could copy and paste them on top of each other, just like I have with Michael Vaughn and Summer Moon Wells. Sammy has the elements on her. Sammy shows information as if she's showing the cult information. She wears the information. This here is on Sammy. This here is on her. These are pieces. These are pieces. It's important to know that, because as we move forward and these cases are talked about, part of what I do here is educate. So then you could be like, oh yeah, now that makes sense, because you're going to hear these creators talking now about sticks and thread and mesh and water and burning, all of it, and cutting like they're like an animal. You're going to hear it all. These photos are intertwinable. This here is on her. This here is on Kylie. Her eye is what's completely messed up. Here's the bloody heart. But this is what they do, and this is called deep fake. Deep fake. Just like this here is crystal clear. This is not a deep fake, what's in this guy's mouth and what's going on with his eye. That's in his mouth. This person here needs to be talked to. This is an element. This is a person, and that is not deep faked. I have videos on this guy and I have shown it over and over. Something's going on with his eye here. But this are pieces of bone and they're called trophies. This is Brian Kohlberger. This is how they show Brian Kohlberger. You can't see it. I see it. They're showing the machine, which you guys can't probably see. The eyes are all bruised up, and he's attached to the machine. This guy truly has that bone in his mouth. These are the other ones that I see of importance. Moscow, they came from the Moscow photo somewhere. And this guy here is wearing the same stuff the night of the murders of the Idaho 4. This jacket with this stuff on it. His face is a face I could probably pick out in a lineup. Same with his. These guys are in the background. They're like walking around like they're hiding. They're in the background. All of this that's showing up here is showing you the sacrifice. It's telling the story, you guys. These dudes are walking around completely hiding. They're hidden. And if you look to see what's going on in the photo, this is what happens when we tell the story. It's telling you the story about the tree. It's telling you the story of the victims. Why? It's because I'm showing you a photo of truth. When I show a photo of truth, this is what happens. I will narrow in each photo. Here's this guy. He has on him what this was on one of the jackets in a video. It was like a jacket that had this on it. I saw it. But these are elements. What's between them is what's interesting. What's between them is going to get very, very, very bright. This tells you the story of the Idaho 4, and I'm going to tell you what I see. Right in here. These were complete sacrifices. I have no doubt in my mind they were taken away by a car, and it's none of the cars that have been pegged as the car. This story here, you guys, is the Idaho 4. These are sacrifices, and again, there's a baby. There's a baby. There's an animal. And there are at least 4 victims, but there are more than that. Within each of these victims, they all have the exact same elements. At the end of the day, they all have the same elements. Here's your V's. Oh, I just smelled something. Okay, it's musty. I just got a whiff. As I cut this is a box. Okay, it's musty. It smells really bad in this box. Like a sponge, like a dirty sponge, like a dirty sponge that just burning, it's like, you know what it is, Rumple? It's like a dirty sponge. It's like it's like it's all, they cleaned it up, and yes, there's dark, like something was burning. It's dark, but they cleaned it up and it smells. This smells really bad. And this is the box. It's in this box, and that's the cover to the box. Like, this is being taken away. It smells. Yeah, it smells. It's like a mixture of blood, dirt, something that's been sitting there a while. It's been there a while, you guys. This is something that this sacrifice just didn't happen that day. It's been sitting there. It sits there for a few days. Like, it's sitting there. Like, it's sitting there. Like, that's why it smells. There are places like this that need to be found. And they will tell the story of these children. These are drawings. These are painful drawings. These are painful to look at. What I see is I see death. I see horrible death. And I see that they might meet here. They may meet here, but they don't stay here. They don't stay here. They it's just bad. Like, this is, I got this from one of the creators I follow, and these symbols and everything on here is just SUMMERWELLS. That's the group. somewhere beneath the ground here, there's lots of blood in here. And the authorities at any time could come get the fucking information. Because what you see here, right in front of us, whoops. Wait. Right in front of us is the most important bit of information, because this here is telling the story of this person. This bright log is telling us this person's story. This particular person. This bright log here. And that's his stick. So when I say each person has one of those critters, one of those little teeny things, they all have one. They all have one. And it looks the same. It's not just a mistake in the photo. It's like a little face. It's like a little freaking inchworm inside a piece of wood. Like that. That's significant. It's significant that they're showing the 5 on the trunk. These are the stories, you guys, and they're within the trees. These are pieces of wood. So maybe this is built with those pieces of wood, and those are the stories on top of the wood. Because these stories are real. They're not fake freaking stories. These are real that you're seeing here on the wood. They're real stories of sacrifice. Let me brighten this up. See here the smiley face? Right here. It gives names, gives dates. It gives a lot of information. These are the kids' doodles, you guys. These are little doodles. And this is an important place to be looked at. Here we go. These are the sacrifices of the victims. These are the sacrifices, and what you're looking at is what it looks like. Trigger warning. Welcome to the cult. That is a face, and this is part of their journey. This is part of the journey. The first time I showed you something like this was in Candace's videos. The first time I showed you these cult sacrifices was in the video that Candace had of them lighting firecrackers. They were not lighting firecrackers, they were doing a sacrifice at the Wells house. This is a human. This is a head. This is the piece of wood. Do you guys see that? This is the person in the dark hoodie. Hiding. Hiding. This is the beginning of when I saw that I could grab these photos. This is what the sacrifices look like. That is a human with a animal face. This comes straight from Candace's videos. So why is it that they can't get this from Candace's videos? Candace is the mother of the missing child. Correct, everything's allegedly. It's just for entertainment purposes and educational. I'm just telling you stories. These are stories. And that's someone in a hood. This is someone in a hood. This is what happened to John Benet Ramsey. If you see here, you'll see that they're really starting. This is all of the elements. Here's your V. It's all here, you guys. It's all here. This isn't something that's being hidden. This isn't something that they're not showing. So I don't understand why is it that they think it's just so outrageous that there's sacrifices happening. There's not just sacrifices happening. They're putting them within these houses. Don Wells, allegedly, has been put them within the bottom of these houses. He shows the story. He shows the story. This isn't something new that's never happened before. This is happening. Don Wells has one of these little heads showing. Right there. His construction, all they do is show the story. Over and over and over. Now, the other day, I was showing you JLR's video. I'm like, that's a freaking boat. The boat that I saw spiritually was this boat. So I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have kept saying, oh my God, there's a boat, there's a boat, there's a boat. This is what I saw in the video. Do you understand? Like, this is what I saw either in my third eye or not. But this situation is what I saw. This equipment is also in the Watts house, by the way. It's really clear. If the authorities go look at the Watts video and look what's in his garage, all of this here is in his garage. This stuff right over here. This is what I saw in his video. See how this goes under? This is the equipment. There is a hole in the ground. There's always a hole in the ground. Things are always elevated. There's a head. No one's looking, you guys. No one's looking. The authorities aren't looking. They're not hiding this stuff, you guys. I've had this for a long time. It's just now it's time to show it because you guys are going to see it. In the beginning, I couldn't show this because I didn't know why I had it. I didn't even understand it. There's a head. There's a hole. Welcome to the sacrifices. All right here. And that boat is a major, major part of the story. Major. This here is part of the sacrifices for the children. And what you see to the left are the adults that get sacrificed as well. But they're doing something with blood exchange, but that's a really fine photo to show you. To the right is a child. And that's no joke. This is what it looks like. This is the heart, and this is their stick. This is a heart, and this is the metal. This is a head, and this is the equipment. This is what they did to SUMMERWELLS missing children. I'm re-showing you this photo because I believe you're going to see it. These photos here I got from a creator. And as we all go through these videos and learn together and view, you know, your brain could only take as much as it can. It can't keep taking this information in. It's got to take it a chunk at a time. The other day, I showed you a piece of jewelry, which I'll look up again, on Molly Golightly. I believe that this is really where the Idaho 4 kids were sacrificed. And what's on that box is the emblem that was on Molly Golightly. This is hanging on the box. Now they put things like that there because it's there to speak about the sacrifice, saying this is a sacrifice. Because I know what it looks like, I could grab it. This is very, very, very important piece of the puzzle for the Idaho 4. If they want to see it or not. What is going on here is a room that is down under. This is down by the piping. It's underground. I'm going to show you a little piece at a time. This here, there's piping. It's in the tunnels. It's underground. What you see back there, you could crawl in it. Those are the tubes. They're in here. This box, they're coming out. See? This is a true place, you guys. There's doorways. This is where they went. Look at what they're showing over here. They are showing the mesh, the box. They're showing the sacrifice. I told you that each person has one of those little teeny sticks. Watch. Her stick is with her, and what's also with her is the wood. Follow me. This here, I just showed you. They each have one. Now let me turn hers. And look. Her eye is pierced. Okay, so that's the critter. So let me explain something to you. What is in her is what the BTK killer has in his drawings. And this here is the exact same thing that's hanging in Tim Mullen's bread making. Let me show you. This here is the number 5 critter, I call it. This is the Idaho 4. What's on her hanging is that. That is what they didn't expect any of us to find, right? This is what's in the Idaho 4, in Tim Mullen's clock, right here, because it's a major part. And that's also in the BTK murders. It's in his drawings. This. The Idaho 4 murders are sacrifices. That back there is the mesh. Here, where's my tree? Oh, I have it over here. That's the mesh that's on the trees. What you see, what's on her, is this shit. That's what's back there. This. Oh, yeah. See, the eyeball is pierced. The eyeball is pierced with the number 5. And you guys, it's not, I could show it to you because I know where to get this stuff. This is basically what my specialty is. And I didn't know it. But you're looking at the Idaho 4 sacrifices. Right. Her head, she has the same thing. on her that Summer did. She's got the maroon, you know, like those maroon tubing. And let me show you what's behind her. You see the L is behind her. Let me show you the I. That's her eye. Now, if the authorities could just... These orange photos, I think came... Well, I'm not saying who. But I could tell the authorities where it came from. I know where it came from, obviously. And it comes from a YouTube person that is quite popular with the SUMMERWELLS case. Extremely popular. And that person is now talking about sacrifices as if he's on board with sacrifices. Well, this is where this shit came from. And it's what's on the roof, on the ceiling of this thing, could be found. This here is part of the sacrifice. This here is, they're covered in mesh. The head is in the basket. It's on the box. The head is on the box. This is where I said that this was Kiely Rodni, because this party here was the same night as Kiely Rodni's. It was in social media. I mean, that's what their YouTube page said, and this is part of it. And I said that this was Kiely Rodni. This here is what the white box looks like. These are sacrifices, you guys. That white box is the box that Don holds so ever so dearly to his heart, because he shows the white box as his icon. And he showed it in the picture I showed you in the beginning. So this here is the white box that you see right now. I'm going to crop out the maroon part. This here is the sacrifice. This is Summers. I believe this is Kiely. All the pieces here match the elements. All of them. When I open it wider, here's the machine. There's the white machine. It's all there. And she is in a buggy. This here is it's just showing you, these things are little. These are little, but it's just, they're showing you the story. These are the white pieces, and they save them. I'm throwing this in because this is part of their journey. This is part of their journey, and they go, they somehow they wind up in the water. That stick is exactly what Don's showing. That stick is this stick. Wait, let me make it smaller. And that is just, it's a trophy. At the end of this whole thing, they keep certain things. And this stick is one of it. This stick here is not a normal fishing pole. So when they say they're going fishing, they're using this fucking stick. They're not fishing the way you guys go fishing. Not at all. Because this fishing, that is the equipment. This is all of the equipment that they use, and that's the child that I believe to be Summer with this on her face. She's attached to this, and I believe this is where Summer Moon went on the boat. There's certain boats that I follow one. I actually follow just one fisherman, and that's when I said I spiritually saw Ernie. But this is real, and this is not deep faked. That's on the child's face. This is the equipment, you guys. This is fucking happening. It's happening. And there you have it. This is what they're fishing for, you guys. Like when I said in the beginning, when I look at Adventures with Purpose, all I see is them going down and getting all of the trophies and bringing it back up. It's like a fucking witch hunt. Basically, like a witch hunt. That's how I see it. It's a witch hunt. And here it is. The head has horns on it. And that what you see on the head has the horns. It has all of the information that is cult based. This here is telling you the story of these sacrifices. There is no difference between what you see here and what you see, on top of this piece of machinery. Just pretend that, let me show you what's on the boat. Pretend that this holds the head. Because I know that it goes in something like this. Copy. So this head, see the stuff on top of it? Let me turn it around. Let me turn it. The stuff that you see on top of this thing is what you see on top of this head. And then I'll zoom it in. So in a perfect world, the head would show up there because that's what's in there. Okay? Here, what's on top of this thing is the story of the sacrifices. This is a leaf. These are rocks. These are trophies. And what's on here is the story of whoever's head that is. Right there. See the leaf? The rocks? And those, whatever those are very important. Very important. These are sacrifices that are happening to people that didn't sign up for it, to children that they don't want this. They didn't ask for it, and they didn't sign up for it. My goal here is to show as much as I possibly can to educate and bring justice to the children by telling the story. That's it. It's it. This just came out of the water. This here is a drawing. I think the children make drawings. Someone makes the drawings. And I showed this before and I found it because I see that they're using bamboo sticks for something. The bamboo sticks are part of the situation here. And I've shown these bamboo sticks in, I just showed them, actually I just showed them. This is what Tim Mullen shows. I don't think that those are real sticks. I think he's showing bamboo sticks, and these have something to do with the process. And these are drawings, little kids' drawings. I think these are just, they're used. And Tim Mullen shows this in Summer's videos. Let me show you. Is that it? He holds these sticks over the water. And he's pretty passionate about it. See, those are bamboo sticks. Like, he had to go get those, right? You just don't have bamboo sticks laying around while you're walking in Kingsport. These are the sticks that I said I've shown in other videos. I'm like, the wells have 3 trees, and I'm like, those are 3 right next to them. I'm like, those are fake sticks. Well, they must be of importance because here's your bamboo sticks. They're right here. He shows a lot of them. And they must be important. I see that they're important. They're long. He holds them over the water. But the way that the children drew them See how this one has stuff growing out of it? Stuff is growing out of it like the child's drawing. Where the first one that he showed, this one, where is it? Has nothing growing out of it. So what did he do? Did he switch sticks? Stuff growing out of there, just like how they're showing it. See how these children drew these. See how they have stuff sticking out of the bamboo stick? It's very different. Here we go. This is JonBenet Ramsey. Sacrifice, 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 sacrifice. Somewhere in these stories, they're using a lot of different transportations. One of them is a small plane like this. When I saw these pictures of them putting sacrifices in the front seat, as clear as day, in this video it says the murder of JonBenet Ramsey. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. You guys, these helicopters are used. Not helicopters, these are small planes. They're small planes. This here, as clear as day, is putting a completed sacrifice in the front seat. That's a completed sacrifice. Completed. Whatever the fuck they're doing, they're using helicopters. And here is a picture of them loading the helicopter. Loading. That's the white, probably looks like a 5. They're loading. On this helicopter is marked with the same F that they just found at the Delphi murders. That's Benet Ramsey's face. But that's the propeller, and that's on the helicopter. You guys, this is on the helicopter, that F. That F doesn't belong on the helicopter. It's there. And it's bright. And it matches. It's right there on the small private plane. It's right there. On the other part of the plane, they have the dollar sign, the 5 like a dollar sign. This is very significant information. Very. SUMMERWELLS, what they really missed is that she also has these elements in her very, very, very first photos. This photo was posted first at 5:06, and then Candace deleted it and reposted it at 6:06. What is on this child is the F. That is where the F and the 2 and the 3, these images on the legs are cult symbols. These are cult symbols. This photo is quote unquote supposed to be one of the last photos. This F it's right here. And that 2 and the 3, that's a 5, whatever that is, it's all those shapes I've been showing you guys. All of these shapes. All of them. Idaho 4. The photos that I have from the Sigma Chi house, all they're doing is showing that these kids were sacrificed. Nothing more, nothing less. If people understood that the elements tell the story, then the story would be told correctly. That's what I'm doing here. These are just elements. It's in every one of their videos. Every one of the videos. This is the photo that is within this helicopter photo. I wanted to show you. It's hard to blow this stuff up. Let me see. I think it's in the next one. Yeah. So what's coming out of like this helicopter is a photo like this. And this is really shows the equipment. Let me show you. What gives it away, you guys, is the V. Whenever the V is a really good marker for me. Let me show you. This is what that looks like. Look all the way in the back. It's really crazy equipment and what's going on back there. Like this side. This is B'nai Ramses. This is Brian Kohlberger's. Brian Kohlberger uploaded videos in October. Right before November 13th. Yes, Bed in a Tunnel. This is what Brian's videos look like. They're very, very similar to the things that I've been showing you. Like, there aren't many videos that you could find that you have that have these elements in it to the left. The symbols that they show that get real bright, like the triangle, is a really important piece of information. See how the triangle is over the bed with the V and the 5? Let me blow it up for you guys. This is part of the story for the children right here. So what's in here? This is the 5 inside the V. This is a head, and this is supposedly the equipment. And this is your triangle. And that triangle is also to the left. All of the symbols that I have shown, there's only a handful that I have been showing since June 16th. Just since June 16th. And those that have been with me for 2 years know you guys had the faith in me and just listened and with an open heart and an open mind, right? You had to listen with an open heart and open mind, or else you wouldn't have stayed. So in the beginning I was showing stuff like this, and like the hands show certain symbols, and I just gathered and just blabbed over these photos because I needed something to show you guys, because in the beginning I would just talk and it was confusing. I needed an image, and then I realized that I could get the images. The vigils for all of these victims are really a great place to start because they're not hidden. His hands look like that. And when I show hands like that, and then when I say the Idaho 4 video of this guy who's talking about the murders has the same hands, I really like to show it. This guy who shows and talks about the Idaho 4 must be part of this story because his information matches Summer Moon Wells. Thank you guys for such nice words. It does take some time. It's okay. He can't sing, that's for sure. No, he can't sing. But they're singing the sacrifice of Summer Moon Wells. Trigger warning, these are the Idaho 4. I'm going to show you the real food truck. For those who never seen this, right in the beginning, I grabbed information that I was supposed to grab. Don Wells had his icon as a 5 and this little chipmunk thing. That was his icon, you guys. Between that and the white box, I don't know what else they need to see to understand that he gets what happened. This is Summer Moon. July. This is his. From his Facebook. In July. It was changed really quickly. But back in July, I knew exactly the elements. I must have, because I grabbed these photos. No one else grabbed this photo. No one else grabbed the icon, I'm sure. of the white box that was on their YouTube page. But this was the father. This was his icon. July. This is in the Idaho 4 food truck. A headless person. You guys, this is the real information on the food truck. It's not a food truck. Hi, Sugar Moon Garden. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Yes, it takes a little while to soak it all in because it's a lot to take in. A little at a time. A little at a time. Because it's hard to look at this and recognize and understand that there's no head here, because I'm going to show you when the head was there. But these were the first videos that surfaced. This was one of the very first night of November 13th. This person put out a TikTok. The TikTok matches the sacrifice. So I don't understand where this person got the information. The photo to the right is from B'nai Ramsey. The photo to the left is from November 13th. See this? This here is from the Watts case. This here is from the Watts case. The Watts case has the same images I'm going to show you as the girl is showing on November 13th. But what this Watts case is showing matches what they're trying to show here, November 13th. The little thing inside this, whatever you want to call it, the silhouette, during the video from the Watts, this little thing keeps changing because this is the raccoon face. Follow me on this. This is what they're showing over there. That is the raccoon face that Don Wells has had here. The raccoon face doesn't change. It's always in an L, in a 7, whatever you want to call this, an L, a 7. It always looks the same. It doesn't change. There are certain things, you guys, that are easier to point out than others. This information matches. Each victim has certain information no matter what. This L thing over the head is the same for every victim. You will find it. An L, a 7, whatever it is, it's here. It's here. This is Kylie's. Everything is a cookie cutter. Everything is a cookie cutter. That is the watts. There's the V in there. To the left is the Idaho 4 Night of the Murders. Night of the Murders. Let me crop this. This here is incredible video. But let me tell you, I'm not quite sure how this person got this information. And it's in the TV. You see how it's in that TV? Now someone's probably like, who the fuck cares it's in the TV? Well, this person who told the story has like that same rim. It's the same rim. Can't really see it good. It's got the same rim around him. This is JonBenet Ramsey's house. This is an original video that was one of the first videos. If you go back and look at their videos, especially knowing what you know from this channel and what you've learned, you're going to be like, I don't understand how they don't see it. Especially now that they found these bodies the way that they did at the Delphi case. You see the stick wrapped to the right? These are photos of the house when they first went in the house. Look at that stick with the heart on it. Look at the information down in the right-hand corner. This is what the Watts house looked like, you guys. Lori Vallow had this same information in it. That's the equipment. Why aren't they talking about it? So the Delphi, it's not new to them. It's just that someone decided to talk about it. That's the Ramsey house to the left. You guys, wherever they walked into this room, this is in a different location, trust me, all of this stuff is sacrifice information. What you see to the right comes from Sigma Chi. I don't get it. How can they put information out like this and no one questions it? We know what this is. This is the Ramsey case. The Ramsey case is a sacrifice. I'm putting this out here tonight because I know if they decide to be honest and discuss what they found at the Delphi, I'm putting this out there in hopes that they'll be like, wow, that shit is at the Delphi case. That's real. That's real. See that F, Y, a 5? That's real. This shit matches, you guys. Over and over and over. So that's why I said I'm going to use and abuse what they're hanging on to get the people to listen. This F is the same F that's in here. It's the same. It's the same. And then to the right is your V in the heart and your maroon box with the stick. I don't understand why this isn't the biggest part. This information, you could grab the information yourself. To the left is from November 13, 2022. That is from the Idaho 4 night of the murders. And to the right is from the Ramsey case. Wait, you guys in scooching rooms. Hold on. All right, 1 second, you guys. Okay. Plug this in. 1 moment. Sorry. Actually, give me 1 minute, you guys. 1 second. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. Okay. All right. I'm back. um, so as you could see to the left, I had to go get my Diet Coke. It's from, it says November 13th, 12:27 at night. What you see to the right is from the Ramsey house. Let me show you something. Wait, before I do that, I want to get closer to this picture for you guys. So there's certain videos and information that just they didn't review. If you would review this, you'd see there's something wrong with these videos. I mean, you guys come to your own conclusion. What does that look like? Right? It's nothing good. Nothing good. But that is the night of the murders. Here you could see that this is underground in their house. That goes under. This room in the Ramsey house is just like the room that I have been showing you. Wait. I didn't go to the rooms. I'll show you the room in a minute. This is more of the video from this girl. And you could find the videos at her TikTok. But I don't understand it. I don't understand how this didn't make... No one's talking about this. Because the information that she shows in here is nothing more than elements. You guys are probably like, what are you talking about? All you got to do is open it up, brighten it up, and I'll show you. And because this is the night of the murders, it's important information to review. Right in here, are your elements. That's the number 5 box. These are sacrifices. And what is really crazy is it's in this frame. It's in this TV frame. And when I say that, it's because it has like that plasticky look over the top. See? Now, if this was at 11/13/2022, is that his car? Like, hasn't anyone looked at this? Like, is that his car? There's a white car right there. No one's ever talked about this. It's right here. Right here. Like, whose car is that? These right here, I personally think that the investigators should be looking at these. Because if this is the night of, and this is the information it's showing, I see above and beyond of what's in here. So to me, this would be something that they should look at, and it's something that she should have sent in, right? Like, this to me would be something that needs to be looked at, because all I see are the elements. That's it. I don't see anything more. I don't see someone talking. I see nothing more than what was in that guy's video. To me, I could take this and place it inside that guy's video. Because these are elements. I know you guys may be like, what? Here, I'm going to make them small. See? And to me, this is nothing more than that guy talking. Like, to me, this would be the person who made that video. Because it's the same frame, and that's what I feel, and that's what I see. I see nothing more than that. That's what I see. Like, this to me is the same person. See? And she says that this is the night of. Well, I see sacrifice. I see that this is critical. I see that this needs to be looked at. And the information in here is a necessity to look at, because all I see is exactly what is in that guy's video. This. That's the equipment. That is the equipment. That's all I could see here, you guys. The information that it's showing here is no different than this dude. I could probably copy and paste it. It's, to me, and when I speak like that, you guys, I'm speaking like that because I see a common photo. I see that, whoops, that this, let me grab this photo. This photo here is the person is the same person. Because the information here is the same as that. You see, this is the smallest of the smallest. See that what's on his head here? This is the guy that talks about the Idaho 4. So what they're showing here that's on his head, let me crop this one. And this person, remember, is in the same box. To me, I am putting it out there that I think that these are the same. Same people. Like, this is a really fucking weird video to begin with. But to me, they're a complete match. I wonder if I turned it. I think these are a match. I'm putting it out there right now. That this, here I just turned hers. These are, I say these are a match. I do. That whatever is going on in this video is could be a very, very, very big piece of the puzzle. This is all from the Ramsey case. I want you guys to know I haven't done anything to these pictures other than brighten them and crop them. Her photos from this case really, really show the elements super clearly. And just understand, you guys, this stuff hasn't been talked about. I think that why there are people that are so like, oh my God, I can't believe that they're talking about cults, is because I think it's like a voodoo. See, this is her. This is from theirs. Look at these things in here. Look at the V on her bed. This is supposed to be a walk through the house before anything was done to it. These are all symbols. All symbols. What you're looking at over to the left-hand side goes like this. Is something that's in like a hole. This is down in the ground. This here reminds me of, like, I call it the boob thing that's against in SUMMERWELLS' car ride. Look at this, you guys. These are sacrifice photos. Don't know what else to say. This is a box. Why wouldn't this be discussed? Yeah, they're all freaking clown faces. There's tons and tons of photos like this. Most of the photos in this case show this this material. This is the material that's thrown into this cement maker. They mix it in the cement maker. Remember I said they're little pieces? These are the little pieces. This is the mesh. It's found in every case. And they have this all. This is summer moons. This is summer moons mesh. There's no difference between this and Ramsey's. There's no difference. The only difference is one is Summers and one is the little girls. That's the only difference. You guys, these are the same thing. This is Summers from the Vigil. There is no difference between these things, you guys. They're the same. That's Summers. This is hers. There's tons of photos of them. This one I saved because I know what it looks like. It's in this little box. See the number of little fives coming on the side? This is Summers. When things are correct, it tells the story. And that's what it's doing. This tells the story. This is SUMMERWELLS. This is her mesh. This is hers. Look at the fives and stuff on the side. See? There's her little blue box. Her white rim. It's her ladder. This is Summer. All the children have little pieces, you know. This is Summer. Those are Summer's little pieces of wood, and that's her mesh. This is hers. Each case has their own. So, this is a girl that popped up because she went to school with Brian Kohlberger, and she had to show these photos. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. What I want to show you that's in her photos, and this is someone who just popped up. Remember the girl who popped up that she was friends with him? In the background, it shows the most crazy shit. But no one looks. No one looks. I look. So, the real photos of Summer on the swing, she's not on a swing. It's her sacrifice. And even though these are blurry and look crazy, this is really what she looks like. This is really what happened. What's on Summer here, see how you see her, this here? They're burnt. Like, this is a sacrifice, you guys. So when you see pictures like this, they might be very difficult to understand, but these are more the truth than other photos. Because these are the smaller little in-between photos. But they're not made up. This isn't made up. This is more of what she went through. Same with this. It's a very difficult concept to understand that someone would do stuff like this. But these are photos that might be underneath other photos, but they're real. They're real. And this is what I smell. Like this stuff then goes in the box, and it doesn't smell very good. And when they say they found, this is what I showed you guys earlier. This is deep faked in here. This is put in here to show people what happened. Like, this isn't just walking in the woods and you walk into something like this. No. This is just what it looks like. They do shit like this. But they don't put it out there where you're going to be walking in your dogs and you see it. Yeah, but it's a mask over their head. But when they said, oh my God, they layered, branches over the girls. Yeah, of course they did. We did more than that. Brian Kohlberger's videos were complete nonsense. This is what they wind up looking like. Complete fake nonsense. And I cannot believe that this shit is being used in the courts. I can't. It's kind of a joke. Plunder's videos, for me, allow me to show you guys all the elements, because Plunder's videos show the elements. Whatever that means, it means. Plunder's videos are one of the only ones that I get clear photos of the elements. This is what I'm talking about. I just showed you, and I just said, every victim has this thing over their head. Well, in Plunder's videos, this thing shows in Brian Kohlberger's car. This is supposed to be Brian Kohlberger's car. This is what the inside of Brian Kohlberger's car looks like in Plunder. This. See that machine back there? So when I say machine, it's real, and it's right here. Right here. So it's not like it doesn't appear. There's certain channels that it shows up. So when you see things like let me turn it the right way. This way. When you see, let me see. I just showed you this over someone's head. Oh, here. Duh. This girl's video. This girl's video, when I say, oh, she's showing the elements, she's showing the elements, how could she be showing the elements? She's showing what Plunder's showing. This is what she's showing. Same fucking thing. How is that possible if they don't know what they're doing? Think about it. I just told you that this is an element. These are the same. The same. Information. She shows it clearly in her video. It's a full video. That information, what I'm telling you, is the same as this. This guy. You see how you do it here? Like, when I call something an element, it's an element. Like, that's no joke. That's no joke. Seriously. And this is in the front of Plunder's. It's boom. It's right there. And the other thing that she has, let me turn this thing. There are other elements. I mean, there's a lot of elements in her freaking videos all the time. I mean, I've used her many times. In the front, let's go to the front seat. The front seat. If I turn this way. So look at this. Go up. Okay. I'm not going to turn it. You guys know what a number 5 looks like. The 5 is right there. It's all there. So there's tons of shit in here. And then they show Brian in his car like this, and this shit always changes. Never stays the same. This is Ramsey case. I say Ramsey because John Benet Ramsey is just hard. It's weird to say. This is all the mesh shit. Shows the green face in the bottom right hand corner. But there's tons of different rooms. She has tons of different rooms. It's not just one room. This here, to the left, is Summer. I just showed you Summer with her burnt head. And what's on her head is the symbol that you see here. This is Summer's head. Okay? That's what you see here in Brian Kohlberger's video with his car. There's a lot in here from his car. I'm not quite clear how they're able to use any of this video because there's no way his videos don't show this shit. There's no way because it's right in the video. Let's get 51 more thumbs up. All this. Bunch of crock of shit is what it is. That same thing shows up in this part of Brian Kohlberger's video. All I'm trying to show you is it's a symbol. That's what it is. Shouldn't be there. This here is from Ramsey Case to the right, and to the left is from the Idaho 4 Who the Hell Knows video. Now I see that his video is extremely close to that girl's TikTok. Here, I'm going to brighten this real bright. In the Ramsey Case, what I want you to see is the maroon V, obviously, as well as the other stuff, but it's this maroon V that shows up as a solid element. And that maroon V is in his video. These are elements, you guys, that I've been showing for a very long time. And it's really time that people see this stuff. At least try to see it. At least open your minds to seeing it. That's supposed to be Jody Sue Brown. I have tons and tons and tons and tons of videos with Jody Sue Brown with the elements on her. Tons of them. Let me turn this upside down. She always has this V on her. Always. She has tons of V's on her. It's just gold. She's always covered in elements and no one seems to give a hoot. They just don't. Okay, so this is in the Ramsey Case. I know that this is the equipment, right? This is in the video of the first walkthrough. When I tell you that the food truck is nothing more than where they did these sacrifices, I'm sticking to it. I'm sticking to it. Sorry, I'm trying to eat something. I want you to see something that the police don't recognize. Look at this was an oops in their videos. Because whoever thinks that this is a real food truck, after seeing this right here, this here shows that, what are they, in the street also? Like, I've shown this before, like, this is a fake food truck. That's the wall, and then that's the street. Like, they're somewhere else. This shows it. Look. Look at this. These are maroon boxes. They're somewhere. This is a fake area. You see the top, because they were supposed to cut it off lower and they didn't. I didn't put this in here. This here is part of this frame. You see? This is fake. This is fake. See this? It's a joke that this is still taken seriously. When it's not real. Someone set this shit up. Look at this photo. But I could tell you that it is the sacrifice room. This is where they basically behead them. It's right there. It shows it, you guys. That's not macaroni and cheese. It's not mac and cheese. It's not. To the left is with the head. To the right is without the head. It's right in front of you. This here is with the head. Boom. Okay? The next frame is without the head. That is really obvious. And whoever that guy is, you guys, these are sacrifices. And this food truck is fake. This is Ramsey. That is her. Those are the little pieces. That's what goes into, I think that's what goes into the cement. And they use it in these houses. It's what gets all mixed in. To the left is Benny's photos. He has the plastic stuff also over his heads. Again, this is more of Ramsey's, but this is really, really, really important to show. That's rope in there. That's rope that was used on her. This is a box, and this box has the elements in it and the equipment. That box is filled with the equipment that I've been showing, the number 5, the silver part, the green face. And you could see right there on the bottom, that's the mesh with the hearts. Let me bring that closer a little. Because the reason this is so important, the hearts, is because the hearts are one of my main elements that I always show. And they always have like white or silver over them. But this is a solid element that shows up in that box for sure. But this is the Ramsey case. So this was a video that it said that was the first video, the first walkthrough. The box that you see to the left, I spiritually believe it's what we see to the right. And that was from that Stein guy. His video showed a shitload, and he has not reported it. He hasn't reported anything. Nothing. He came in here, and the stuff in his video is very significant. See that mesh stuff? I've been showing that all night. To me, there's no difference from what you're seeing there than what you're seeing here. It's the same thing. And then the back there is the equipment. So I don't understand how this wasn't sent in. Blows my mind. This guy's video, this to me is what these rooms look like. These are built into the walls, they're built into the ground, and their ways in and their ways out. And this is what it looks like. I'm sticking to this. These rooms to me look exactly like the rooms that we're looking at. The one to the bottom right is from the Ramsey house. Her doors have that same plastic on it, you guys. The doors inside that home look just like these doors with the plastic. These are the doors in her home, were not normal doors. Look. Look at what's like etched into the doors. Look at the bottom of the door. Look at the frame. This is the frame of her house. This is the frame of one of the doors. Right here. Look what's in it. The maroon frame. This is plastic. This is plexiglass. This is plexiglass. These are plexiglass doors. It's a hole in the ground, obviously. This is what they've been doing for years. This is SUMMERWELLS' room. That is a hand. I've showed this before. It was in the interview rooms. These are the same freaking kind of rooms, you guys. These are the rooms. Whoever took this picture of the Sigma Chi house took it through a hole, you guys. Some hole in a frame. Same kind of frame I'm talking about. Let me get closer. Look. This is from the Sigma Chi house. The police need to figure out this picture, you guys. It's a fucking secretive photo. They need to go right to this direction of wherever this was taken and find this. You see what I'm saying? They don't know they're getting a photo taken of them. They don't. This is a frame. That is a frame, no different than frames like this with the plexiglass. You see what I'm saying? They're looking out to these guys. this should not be here. You know what I mean? It's a photo that's really odd. Those guys don't know their photo was taken. They don't. This is information that it fits right into what I'm talking about. This here again is the Ramsey. And I'm bringing them up a lot because that's going to be the next case that they talk about, because now it's coming back into the news, and I want to bring up as many elements as I can that I have been seeing through her case. Here on the door, these are things that they use, and I could only point them out. That's it. Like, I don't have the intense information about them. I just don't, because all my information, like I said, I've gathered it in the last 2 years. It is really comes through spirit. Because nothing else makes sense to me. Just doesn't. But these here, I've shown these to you guys for 2+ years. These are the sticks with the 5s. This actually is what I just showed you on Summer's box. This is what's on Summer's box. Wait. Here it is. That stick would be equivalent to this. This is Summer's box, right? See her stick? This is Summer's stick. The 5s up and down the side. That's the same thing that you're seeing here. Actually, let me turn it. So it goes like this. There we go. Just like that. Same thing. It's the same thing. And every victim has one. Every victim has one. This is Summer's. There's a V, there's a 5. It's all the little symbols. And then there's there's their box in the corner. But these are rooms that go back. Like, these are deep-rooted rooms, you guys. And they just never talked about this in her case. None of this. None of this. So here are the rooms that go deep for all the way through. All the doors are open here. You could see all the way through, and you could see the equipment. this is what I've been looking at, and I don't understand. I just came across their videos. Like, I've never seen this video before. And I brought up Ramsey before they said they were looking at DNA. That was, I think it was the same night. I don't know. But this is what we've been looking at, a bunch of this stuff. It's just like what you see that's sitting in the fake food truck. You could pick that shit up and put it right into that room. That fake food truck is a sacrifice room. Look at the 5 against the wall. Because that's a box. You guys, that's not a hole that he takes orders from. Let me show you. Let me make it here. It's not, that's not a window that he takes orders from. Look. There's the maroon 5. This is what you see over to the right. Again, this is in the Ramsey house. Or not, maybe not even the house. I don't know where this is. But they're showing these secret rooms. Whoever put this video together like this, they say that they got here and their video was like the first video taken of the house. Now, I've never seen any video like this before. That to me is rooms. That's all that keeps coming to me. They're just rooms of rooms. Rooms and rooms and rooms. This is in one of the rooms. Now, this here really reminds me of Candace, of what she's holding. Like, all this equipment I see in Candace's house. I see these rooms in Candace's videos. I see a lot of it within the Wells home. This here is what they're showing, this room. I showed you this before, but this reminds me of, if you look at this here, this is like very scary to look at. I think that this is like a very bad room. Nothing that anyone would want to step into. Nothing. And I've seen these rooms before. I've seen them in videos before. It's not new to me, you guys. I'm going to show you, but after I open these up. Yeah, I'm right. Look at, wow. So these are torture rooms. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how else to put it, because when I'm looking right now, I'm opening up the smaller the smaller photos. Let me see if I can get this up here. The smaller photos that are, like if you guys want, you could take snapshots, screenshots of those smaller photos. Because when I open them up, look. See how that box, like, it shows more detail. Look, that's down in the ground. I'll show you those pictures. Like, these are like real fucking torture rooms. They are. Here's that guy that I follow and have his crazy videos that Benny Keys knows or talked to. But his photos here are the same thing. They're the same thing. I'm saying they're the same thing because that's how I see it, as the same thing as what we're looking at. If you take his video and his picture and look in the smaller one, these are torture rooms. These go down in the ground, you guys. That's coming out from above. This is no different. See? That's Ramsey on the top left. And that's him on the bottom. It's the same concept. It's set the same way. Goes underground. These are set the same way. These rooms all do the same thing. They all do the same thing is what I'm saying. Like, they're not... Look how fake that food truck is. He's sitting in a freaking box. He's sitting in a box. Let me show you. Let me brighten it up. You know, maybe this will all be seen. I'm going to brighten this up enough so you could see that he's sitting on a box. Look. He's not in a chair. He's sitting on the green thing with the bloody thing, holding on to a body that now has no head. There's no window there. There's sacrifices. Again, this is what they show running across the ground at this Ramsey house. You could see this is plaster, and this is so SUMMERWELLS. All the same stuff. These are rooms that go down into the ground. Many, many, many rooms here, you guys. They're deep down under. See how that guy's head is in the corner? That's how they always are. They're in the corners. In the corners. I've been looking at that for a long time. Look, in the corners. Just like the fake Jody Sue Brown is in the corner with a V on her eyeball. Same situation. Same concept. see Jody Sue is in the corner with one eyeball. So interesting. So this little thing here, let me brighten it up. The smaller window inside this one to the right is interesting to look at. It's the smaller window. Look at that smaller window. It's brightening up. Sometimes these things get so bright that you can't see it anymore. I'll show you what's happening to the full photo. I don't know how a photo could change. I don't understand it. See, look at what's happening to the photo. How bright. I don't get that. But it's getting bright enough for us to see this small little one. I mean, I can't explain this, how that happens, right? There's no way. Here, let's get the small one. Oh, interesting. Okay. Look at how bright. It's getting bright enough for us to see that middle one. That's a red with the white. It's got, I don't know if that's a white heart. Wow. There's the stick on the bottom. There's the stick across the bottom. There's Jody Sue. Hers is, they're all bright. I think that's crazy. Oh, look at this now. Here. So this is what's under the ground. The picture to the left, you guys, are one of the sacrifices from the Idaho 4. That comes from the Sigma Chi house, from their video. Just to let you know. That totally represents to me what's going on to the right. And what's going on to the right is from the Ramsey case. There's no difference, and that's the Idaho 4 video, you guys. That's from the Sigma Chi house. This. I just happen to have these from so long ago, right? I keep them all. That is from the Idaho 4 Sigma Chi house. And they're not being investigated. This is what's going on at the Ramsey case. And this isn't talked about. Look at that. That's as clear as a cucumber. That makes sense. Look at that. This is information that is public information. You just go to that girl's and watch it. Look. There's the 5. There's the bloody thing. There's the plastic walls. This is a maroon box. That's a maroon box. That's the plastic walls with the maroon trim, you guys. Just like what we have Summer sitting in the car. You've seen these. All the same. This is your maroon box. Let's look at the other one. Look at the Idaho 4. Here is your box. Oh, let's see what's in the smaller box. So what you see in the smaller box is just the V and other rooms and shit. And the face. Jesus Christ. Look at this, you guys. And look at the Idaho 4. You guys, this case is not being taken seriously. This is not the doing of one person. It just isn't. This is a whole sacrifice. This takes a lot of people. This is important to look at, you guys. This is one of the parts of my presentation that I really wanted to show. I really wanted to show this first. You got to watch this. Don't leave yet. This is important. Hoot a Maggie. Hoot a Maggie. Watch this before you leave. Thank you. This is Michael Vaughn. I know within my heart and within my soul, these two kids were taken together. Look at these pictures. Look at the hole in the ground behind him. That, to me, is Summer behind him, and that is what Michael Vaughn looks like. This is Michael Vaughn. You guys, the pictures of him are clear as can be with Summer. That is a child behind him with her face covered. Michael Vaughn here, he opened this up. Both of them, something is wrong with their arms. Look at Michael Vaughn's arms. He's in bad shape. Look at him. And look at the little girl in the back. How is it that this isn't looked into? That there is supposed to show Michael Vaughn. He has a V on him, and the little girl behind him is covered in those faces that I showed you and sitting on a heart. You guys, how is it that this isn't investigated, not talked about, not brought up? Right there. Her face, that is a face covered. That's the white with the red heart. Look at Michael Vaughn's eyes. Look. I believe that this is SUMMERWELLS and Michael Vaughn. Here are more photos of what they make him look like. These are sacrifices, you guys. Right in the open. They put them on videos. You know they put them on videos, right? This here is Michael Vaughn. These are his little hearts. And this is a sacrifice. Notice the garbage can behind him has the mesh on it. It's not a garbage can. That's attached to him. It's the white mesh with the hearts. Hi, DJ. See? These are the white mesh with the hearts. Jean. Michael Vaughn. What they have on the counter is exactly what Summer Moon had in her house. You guys, this really needs to be fucking busted open. This is disgusting, and it's pathetic that this shit is showing. And it's not stopping. It's sick. That is supposed to be Michael Vaughn, his back. First of all, he has the equipment on him because, as I just showed you, he has a shirt on that's printed. This is equipment. That's equipment on him, you guys. Feel the pain and understand that these children go through hell. This is their story. This is their story I'm telling. I'm telling their story. And it gets really frustrating that I could show this. I could show this and it just doesn't get discussed. This isn't anything that's confusing. It's right there in front of us. This is the equipment. This is the equipment, you guys. This is the equipment. This is how they make this shit. I don't know how, but this is the mesh. I don't know what they're doing, but this is the equipment that sits in the house that JonBenet Ramsey was murdered in. This is the stuff that was all over her bed. This was on her bed. Right in the open. You guys, this is everything. This is everything. Don't get it. Equipment, equipment, equipment. Look at that. The maroon, the white, the green. Everything that you see here is the stuff that I've been pointing out and saying, oh, that's the equipment. That's the machinery. That's the maroon, the green, the white faces. These right here, you guys, are at the pool with Benny Keys. Everything here is SUMMERWELLS Missing Children. This is SUMMERWELLS Missing Children. I know these are the Watts kids, but this is what happened to them. This is what happened to them. They were sacrificed. This is the hippie house. The hippie house, I don't know who went by this. I have no, it's either Cracking Cases or Dolly, one of the two I got this from. But driving by the hippie house showed this information. I don't know if it's at the hippie house, but they used the hippie house to show this information, to show that this box was taken away. And it's showing it right here. This is the inside of the hippie house. And I believe they were showing Summer's sacrifice. This was the same video. And all the way to the back left, I believe that this is what it symbolized to me was Summer. This was the video that this crazy loony was in. And that back turned to me into Summer in her box. That's what I see is Summer. That they were showing her. And this, to me, it went into the hippie house. They showed this information. And this symbolizes to me Summer. The colors make sense, the whole thing. Because the very, very, very first time that the law enforcement spoke, when I went back to that video, this is what appeared. Summer. Summer appeared. The colors of her, purple and pink, what she looks like is summer. I'm not really quite clear on how this got in here, but it's with the sheriff. This is with the sheriff department. Right here. And I feel that these are summer. And they're not far from the truth. And then the one to the left in the box. It's very intense. And then we go to this. The middle photo, remember I told you the other day, I told you Molly looked like this. I'm like, we've seen this before. We've seen this at the night of the Idaho 4, that kind of a face. I also have that on Dolly, and then I also have it on Enan. But these things appear, you guys, and this is what they show. And I keep them because they're elements of the case. It tells me the story. These tell the story. These people are telling the complete story. I showed this to you already. So the elements. Oh, sometimes they're in the glasses, but we don't have to go over. These are just more elements. More elements that match. Oh, that got cloudy. That's the number 5 on the left-hand side, but it's cloudy. And the right-hand side is from the Watts kids. Oh, here's the Ramsey house. I want to show you how all of these rooms, the rooms go deep, and they all have that plexiglass over the windows and the doors. And they're shown pretty deep. So when you look through one of the plexiglass, you see other doors and windows. And this is how I see and looked at the Wells house. These places look like this. They have multiple walls, and they're separated by these plexiglass. I believe you could see in one way and not out. These are rooms. This is their house, and this is what it shows. Now, for all I know, it's not their house, and someone took a video of something else to show it, to expose it. But they did a really good job, because all of this is stuff that I've been showing. This is, this matches, but this is from the Watts case. This is them walking into the Watts home. I don't know why I wanted to show you that. Walking into the Watts home, they showed the guy with the hat on. I don't think he's supposed to be there. I doubt it, but he is. And these are elements. I mean, the Watts have the same thing. Doors that lead to doors and coverings and all that shit. This, I wanted to show you guys. Someone was going to, I think this is the Kingsport Park. And they show this inside a doorway going to the park. I'm like, there's no doorway like this that has this going to the park. It's just something I threw in here because what they're showing is all of this. The person that showed this is the one to the left, and she shows it in her car. And then they head to the Kingsport Park in Kingsport, Tennessee. But in her video, what they leave at the park in this box is what started out in her car. And that's what you see to the left. So I want to put this in there because to me it's a connection to the park. Now, her videos I go over often. They are in here often. I don't really point them out, but this here is becoming more important to me, her elements. So it's someone that I kept her stuff, but her elements are becoming more important to me. And that this was left at the Kingsport Park. You see, and that's a heart, and this is part of the story. So I'm going to review her videos because what you see in the middle is from the Ramsey case. And this is all trophies. And if they could find these trophies inside these cases like we see in these videos, especially at Sigma Chi, Sigma Chi shows an awful lot. So when you guys watch their videos, pay attention. This is another one from their video. You guys, these match what I'm showing. This matches what I'm showing in the Ramsey case. This is the stuff that I look for. This. You see what I'm saying? There's no difference to me from either one of these. These to me show the same trophy elements. To me, they're no different. They're the same hearts on white. One is from John Benet Ramsey. The other is from the Sigma Chi house in Idaho. Both have sacrifices. They're showing the same thing. It's really, really critical, you guys. It's very important to start really paying attention. Now's the time to do it. Now's the time to do it. This is a match. That's what I know. Right now we have the time to use really good time to show this stuff as sacrifices. What I'm going to show you before I wrap this up are a few photos that I grabbed from the Idaho 4. And they are from when they did this. Really look at these pictures. Like, let me grab them over here. Let me move these, wait. Really look at what's going on in these pictures. They claim that these were from the cleanup. They're not. Something isn't right. You guys, something isn't right. Someone is trying to fool someone. Look at the person to the left with the V on his shoulder. These pictures are not correct. Here comes another one. Now that I showed you what I did, look at what they're showing. They are telling you that a sacrifice occurred here. Right there. There's the story, you guys. I'm going to show you more. These are the photos that came out first. You didn't see him again. Like, what the fuck is that on the bottom? That's a goddamn person. These are sacrifices, you guys. The Idaho 4 were sacrifices. There are certain videos of theirs that have particular information, and then they kind of did whatever was needed to cover this shit up. These come from their videos. Let me turn this one. Someone is trying to tell the story. These match that girl's video. I have that one. Wait, I'm seeing which one I haven't put up yet. This one is weird. Have that one out. Look at that one. Look at that one. Like, what is she trying to say? That until someone can tell the truth? I mean, you guys, it's telling you the sacrifice. It's showing it. Look. Under good vibes. I don't understand. And what's in the little window? And then she's got these little windows. Let's see. Like, what the fuck is in there? These are the sacrifices. Like, someone is trying to tell the story. This is the information. Let's see. These are the last photos, but I really wanted to grab them, see if anyone has seen these before. I don't know why I have that one out. These I don't understand. I mean, I see it, but it's just about the school, but it's not good. Let me brighten this one up. Like, these bother me. The ones that bother me the most are the good vibe ones. These. See, I'm telling you, there were 5 murdered. I think those buckets tell us the 5. This here, this photo right here is a complete tell. I know the story I see here. There's a story here. The ladder. What's part of the sacrifices and part of the story that hasn't been discussed? I'll show you. This ladder has something to do with it. Here's your tire. This plastic thing that's across the bricks is telling a story. The bricks down here, like these white things, whoever put this out there knows the story. These are the missing elements that no one's going to talk about. I think that this case could be freaking blown right open if they'd if they'd hire me. Seriously, it's so obvious. To me, it's so obvious. And it's so obvious that there's a freaking cover-up. So these are the photos I just kind of put to the side to look at. I think I'm done with them. Let's see. Did that. Yep, I am. See, even back then, they were putting their heads through these boxes. Even back then, they were doing shit like that. It's crazy. So, this is the story of the SUMMERWELLS missing children. And this here matches the SUMMERWELLS missing children. This here matches the Delphi. And they have the same elements. Same elements. So, I don't know what it's gonna take, but the truth is right here. The truth is right here. It's right here, you guys. If they really, really think that this F, they will find this F, if anyone's listening, in every case that I have in almost 700 frickin' videos. It's everywhere. It's not like, oh my God, there's an F. Well, there's an F all over these cases. There's a V. There's hearts. There's wood. There is plexiglass you could see in, you can't see out. These are the things that are really, those are the things that are super obvious. This here no, I don't know why those are covered. I'm not going to put that up. Almost done with all my photos that I pulled to the side. Yep, for now I am for sure. That's it for tonight, you guys. This is the SUMMERWELLS missing children's night. This is about them. And pay attention to details. Pay attention to the small things. Don't just pay attention to the things that they're telling you to look at, because there's so much more above and beyond to look at if we're going to solve these cases. See, as I just opened this up, this is Tim Mullins. This is SUMMERWELLS. This here could probably be pulled out of the ground. This here would be SUMMERWELLS' stick. Attached. See how it's attached? Remember I said if you ever see something like that in the ground, you pull it. Pull it, you guys. If you ever see this, pull it and see where it leads you. See? All right, on that note, I am complete. Wow. I don't even know what I did. I'll have to look later. Oh my God, you guys, thank you so much for sticking with me tonight. Thank you, thank you. Please thumbs up on your way out if you haven't put your thumbs up. Hopefully it will help. Yeah, pull it. It's right there. Looks like little white rope. That was my first dream before, my first intuitive dream before I even met Summer in spirit, is that could be found. All right. Good night, you guys. Thank you for coming here. Muffin Top, great job. Is my amazing mod. Thank you all my subscribers, my members. And I hope this makes a difference. I hope that it educates many so we could help find these kids and bring more justice each time we speak. I'm going to bed. All right, y'all. Thank you. God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of your night, or good morning to the other side of the world. Talk to you all soon. May justice come to our little SUMMERWELLS missing children. Good night, guys.